to another episode of Around Town. I'm your host, Sarah Olson, and today joining me is a very smart man, Joseph George of George & George ADP.
ADR.
ADR, arbitrators, mediators.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my goodness, yeah. So tell me a little bit about you and your business and what you all do.
So I'm Joseph George, and I'm the co-founder of George & George ADR Group, and we specialize in assisting people in resolving their disputes. Currently, we are marketing towards the HOA and Condo Association, where we assist them in resolving those HOA disputes, whether it's HOA fees or plants being torn up or cameras going up on the side of the home and things like that. We assist them in resolving those disputes throughout the state of Florida. So we're not just bound to Ponte Vedra or the Jacksonville area. We do the whole state of Florida, plus across the waters in other states also.
Yeah, it's such a hot topic right now, such a hot topic, and a lot of HOA reform going on in legislation. Can you tell me a little bit more about your stance on that and like really deep dive into what is actually going on and how it helps consumers?
I try to be balanced as a mediator. We try to stay balanced, but from an arbitrator point of view and my own personal views on it, I think some of the HOAs have too much power.
Yeah.
And I think some of the board members exceed their authority, or they think that they have full authority to do whatever they want, and that's when it creates problems. Where you have one board member who dislike one particular resident, and they're just nagging on that resident for everything, giving notices, having the maintenance guy go in unannounced into their homes and doing things that they should not be doing, trespassing on people's premises without the proper documentation, and it creates problems, and that's when these things end up going to either, the courts usually say that they have to go to mediation or some type of ADR before coming to the courthouse.
Okay.
And as far as the legislation, there's a legislation that a lot of people is trying to put in place, attorneys and things like that deals with fighting against HOAs that go rogue. They're putting things in place now on a legislative level where these HOA and condo associations don't have that much power. So they're trying to rein them back on in because they've just gone way too far.
Yeah, and I know I've been involved in some communities where the HOA board has been the same board for, you feel like 20 years. And that's because the new people that come in, they're busy in their lives, and I try to encourage people when they're moving into a new neighborhood to go to the meetings and get involved in the meetings, because for the most part, HOA boards are elected people there. But if no one is, if no one's re-electing new energy into the HOA, you certainly can come up with problems like you're explaining.
Yes,
Yeah.
and on a positive note, the HOA is there to actually make sure that the value of your home stays in good. They make sure that the public space is well kept, well maintained. They make sure that you don't have one resident going out there and putting an orange door, painting half of his house purple, and just ruining the neighborhood. So they're in a good positive sense. But again, you're still always going to have one bad apple that could spoil the whole thing. I think that's what happened. One person long time ago started getting all this power and doing things. But you have where they have the architectural part of the HOA, where if you're going to build an addition onto your home, you got to have that requirement in place from the board that says before you go and build on your land, you have to contact us before you build, because sometimes what you're building could impede on somebody else's lot.
Correct.
And other people don't know that. Just say, it's my home, I'm paying the mortgage, I could do whatever I want.
Yeah.
But it's not that case.
Yeah. Do you mind touching on a little bit about, we're here in Florida, so we have RV communities, we have people who have big boats who want to park them in their yard, and now there's an upgrowing movement about other people buying land in order to rent the space so those can park their RVs and their boats there, outside of their HOA and onto private property. Any thoughts on that?
I think that's great, because going into with these HOAs, where if you have a nice home, nice community, and you got your toys, and men have toys, but the women have toys too.
Yes, they do.
So you got this big boat, and you have a family who love to do fishing. The husband may be executive, C-level executive, and his wife might be the one who likes fishing because she grew up doing that with her dad, and she might be the one that's into the boat and stuff like that. But the HOA says there's no boats allowed. You know, you
Yeah.
can't, or you have a contractor, he can't park his trailer
Yeah.
at his
true.
yard.
True.
So people that's buying a lot and then creating a lot where HOA people can actually park
Yeah.
their vehicles or toys
Yeah.
on that lot, I think it's a great idea.
Good business sense.
Exactly.
Especially
It's
here.
smart. Somebody
Yeah.
came up with the idea and they say, you know what?
And it's taken
Got
off.
some sitting grass, let me do that.
It
because
really is taking
as
off.
long as the HOAs continue to have that
Yeah.
confinement is good. And then you have, big families where you have the dad may want to have a man cave. Now the women having women
She
caves.
sheds.
She sheds.
She sheds.
She sheds.
Uh-huh.
So now the Porsche can't park inside there, and the minivan
Correct.
can't park inside there. So now they could use that
Yeah.
lot to park the minivan.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. So someone should call you who's in an HOA having a dispute with the board or someone, they should call you first as a mediator rather
Yes.
than just going right to the courts, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And most of them, I think a lot of the HOAs now is doing to arbitration. So
Yes.
as an arbitrator, they would pick from a list of three, which both parties agree on, either the mediator or the arbitrator, depends on what their ADR contract
Okay.
states. And then, once we come in, then we could assist them on resolving that dispute.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. This is such a timely subject in real estate here. And I know there are some reform measures going on in Florida and some Facebook groups that are out there to get more
Yes.
people involved. So
Yes.
thank you for watching. And for more information on Joseph, George, and his company, please go to hgtvjax.com.